Welcome, future technical teachers. Today, we're tackling the absolute core pedagogical challenge you're going to face in your classrooms. How do we take our students from being just passive listeners, right, and turn them into proactive, self-directed learners? Well, welcome to this explainer. I'm your host, and today we're breaking down a highly structured and honestly absolutely essential pedagogical tool for your teaching arsenal. We're talking about the assignment method. Now, this isn't just about, handing out homework at the end of the day. It's an entire strategic framework for building real capability. Okay, let's dive right into this complete instructional ecosystem. This visual brilliantly illustrates the entire cycle of independent learning. We're going to unpack this source material piece by piece so you can see exactly how the different gears of this method turn together to literally produce successful students. Here's our agenda for today. We've got 6 parts: defining the method, key objectives and advantages, 5 types of assignments, 6 steps to success, the teacher's role, and finally, limitations. Let's get into it. Section 1. Defining the method. Learning by doing independently. Notice the specific phrasing we have there. The assignment method is formally defined as a process of giving specific tasks to students to be completed independently and reported back. Pay really close attention to that last part, trainees. The crucial element is that these tasks are completed outside the direct instruction time of the classroom, and they absolutely must be reported back to you. It's that closing of the loop that actually makes it a method rather than just, a suggestion to go study. This is a massive shift from those traditional teacher-led lectures to a truly pupil-centered approach. It naturally develops self-reliance and encourages active learning. But for you, as future technical educators, the most vital takeaway is how it connects school learning directly with real life and builds deep responsibility and discipline. You aren't just teaching them a technical skill, you're teaching them how to be disciplined learners out there in the real world. Moving on to Section 2. Key objectives and advantages. Why we use it. The crucial point here is that it gives students the space to learn at their own pace. Look, not every trainee in your workshop is going to master a schematic diagram or a coding language at the exact same speed, right? Independent assignments give them the breathing room they need to problem solve and build genuine creativity, completely without you hovering right over their shoulder. All right, Section 3, 5 types of assignments, your pedagogical toolkit. So you aren't just limited to asking students to write essays. Just look at the sheer variety of options here. Sure, you've got written and oral assignments, but look at those practical applications. We're talking experiments, physical models, site surveys, fieldwork. As technical teachers, this is literally your bread and butter. You can also use reading assignments to have them digest complex technical manuals, or project assignments where they build charts or comprehensive scrapbooks. The assignment method is incredibly adaptable to whatever technical skill you're teaching that day. Up next, Section 4, 6 steps to success, the implementation process. I want you to imagine your daily routine following this exact sequence. Step 1, you choose an appropriate topic. Step 2, you explain the task clearly. Step 3, you explicitly mention the purpose and the method, like, why are they even doing this? Step 4, give the necessary instructions and strict guidelines. Step 5, you set a concrete time limit for completion. And finally, Step 6. Now this is where the true pedagogical magic happens. You collect, evaluate, and give constructive feedback. Honestly, if you skip Step 6, the entire method just falls apart. Section 5, the teacher's role, guiding the process. Now, your role in this process is actually highly active. You are the architect here. You absolutely must carefully select suitable, meaningful assignments. No busy work allowed. You've got to explain the task with total clarity. But take a look at that middle bullet point. Guide the students during the process. You're a facilitator. You're constantly motivating and encouraging them when they inevitably hit roadblocks, before ultimately evaluating their final output to give that vital constructive feedback we were just talking about. Section 6. Limitations. Knowing the pitfalls. So there's actually a pretty sharp contrast between the ideal and the reality here. On the one hand, the method beautifully builds self-reliance and discipline in dedicated learners. But the reality is that without your careful supervision, some students simply won't complete the work sincerely. They might copy it, they might rush through it, or they might just ignore it altogether. Your methodology has to account for basic human nature. Furthermore, we have to acknowledge a few practical limitations. It is quite time-consuming. Crafting a really good assignment, and more importantly, grading it properly with constructive feedback, that takes hours. Also, frankly, it's just not suitable for every single topic on your syllabus. Think about it. Some highly hazardous technical tasks require direct in-person supervision and absolutely cannot be sent home as an independent assignment. It always requires careful planning and immense supervision on your part. But despite the heavy planning, the time it takes, and the careful supervision required from you, I really want you to anchor yourselves to this thought. Always remember this ultimate truth derived from our pedagogical source material. Assignments make students responsible, independent, and successful. When executed correctly, following those 6 steps we covered, the payoff is a student who is truly 100% ready for the workforce. So, my fellow educators, as you step into your own workshops and classrooms to apply these strategies, I want to leave you with this crucial question to chew on. Will your next assignment just be busy work, or will it be a bridge to independent learning? The choice and the structured design is entirely up to you. Thanks for joining me for this explainer, and happy teaching.